Okay, folks, it's Babbage Nader. We're back in Long Dark, currently hanging out in Keeper's Pass. We have a little bit of time. Let's see here what we want to do. Dusty. And we want to start a fire. Wish it wasn't so windy, but we need some water, so at least we have a fire barrel. Fire barrel. What are we doing tools wise? Fine. Fine. Okay. On whetstone.
This stuff will come in handy.
No matches. Cardboard boxes. Nothing else hiding around
I
here.
need to find some place to escape this cold.
16 minutes. 33 minutes, too long. 16 minutes. 22. I think that'll work. Stay inside and fix stuff. Okay. Weather has died down. The wind has died down. That's the important thing here. Okay, let's use this opportunity to go searching. Hey, Roar. Yeah, the days keep passing by. We've only got 3 days here, and then it's into Blackrock for however many it is. I would be really grateful for a very low roll. I think we might stand a chance. If it's under 5 days. If it's over 5 days, it's going to be a challenge. A real challenge. But that's what we're in for. Challenges. Still no luck finding more matches. And no additional whetstone. Anything over here? Painkillers. We'll check on our water, and then we will go pick a fight with some of the wolves while the weather's good. And 5.
I'm not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
Okay, carrying a little bit of meat. See if we can pull some wolves in. Normally we got, in the past I've always been greeted by a wolf on the way in, but I didn't see a wolf this time, so let's see what happens. There's going to be wolves on this section, definitely. Get a fresh torch.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Come on, wolves. Really want to kill all the wolves on this stretch. No matches. Scared? I guess they are. There we go. Contestant number 1. Okay. One wolf down. Gotta find the rest. Even though it's foggy. Where do you want to go? Pick them up later. It's got buddies around here somewhere. Oh, that was almost a disaster. That would have been bad. Turns out you can't cross everywhere. Come on, wolves. There we go. Oh, why are we switched over to... Did the wrong one. There we go. That was weird. Why did it switch to that? Well, we went and hunted some rabbits over there, so let's go find him. Where are you? Are you over on the other side? I think he's on the other side. Where are you? It's a bad spot to get caught by the wolf there. Oh, he can just run across the ice like that. There he is. Should have waited for him to come a little bit closer. Can't leave us alone, can he? Nope. Yes, come back. There we go. Another one down. I figure there should be at least 2 more wolves. I'm not certain where they're hiding, but should have 2 more. But now we're carrying like the piece of... We have a little piece of meat and we have the rabbit. We should have enough stink on us to pull in the rest of the wolves. $100 wolves badge? I don't know. I didn't think about that. Is there a 100 wolf badge? I'd like to haul more meat in, but the truth is it's hard to move stuff across the bridge that goes into Blackrock, so we have to cross that rope bridge at some point, and there are wolves around. It's just not a good spot to try to carry extra. So, I think we will eat what we need to eat here. Take what we can carry, just not load ourselves up with a travois. Okay. I think we can harvest this wolf, get our torches again, and get back, right? Yeah, it's enough time.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
No, we tried picking up the rabbit. The rabbit was empty. Okay. There was no rabbit carcass.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Go. Gather what we can. Cheese. And acorns, if we find the acorns. Don't see any nearby acorns, so we'll just head back.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Okay. Okay, let's see who else comes out of the shadows. Yeah, I definitely anticipated more wolves. Not certain where they are. But I guess that's fine since we have such a short stay here. So tomorrow we book it out of here. We just go down to the second half of Keeper's Pass. And we probably stay overnight. Oh, got a little bit of clarity now. Let's see what we can figure out. Is there a wolf out there? Not seeing one. Yeah, most likely we're going to Blackrock tonight. And there is a slim possibility we will finish up the challenge if we roll like a one-day stay. No, not passing time. Trying to build a fire. So yeah, Blackrock's a distinct possibility. And
Come on, little fire.
challenge gets closer and closer to its end. Then what do we do, right? Yeah, this is the most important roll that we make the entire run.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
What's the lift challenge? What do you have to do for that one? Oh, is it that's the one that AV was doing, where you have to take all the car batteries up to the summit. It's such a oh, that's such a crazy, silly challenge to do.
It's getting dark out here. Time to look for shelter. This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Oh, there is a wolf out here. Are you gonna come for me? No, don't run away. You gonna come back? I think he's coming back. Where are you, buddy? See you. Or not. Man, can't see you at all. Oh, did he find a rabbit? I wonder if he found a rabbit. Yep, here he comes again. There we go. Ugh, not a kind of a nerve-wracking shot to pull off. Wolf dancing around in the middle of the road, changing directions. It's dark. I don't have the same visibility as I normally do. But hey, we got him. So that's 3 wolves. I think that might be it. There might be one more wolf somewhere. Let's see if he shows up. But I think that's at least 3 wolves for the region. Yeah, this one started before scurvy, so... Yeah, I'm not certain how the challenge would work with scurvy. I mean, there's only one way to find out, which is to try it with scurvy and see. But... Okay, so we are officially now On day 288. Oh, 288. Okay, so we've got another... We can afford to spend another day here and then make the trip. So we're not going to go to the next section too early. Anything we want to work on? I need to make some more fire-hardened arrows for hunting rabbits. Okay. Gusty.
I'm not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
Okay, so we definitely, like, not hit everything we could have hit here. Now we got a light. Too much wind. Any coal? Anything else that's useful here? Oh, this is interesting. We can put a fire down.
Come on, little fire.
I think we put a fire down, we cook
Perfect.
some teas. Two, 1, 0. Positive. Okay. So I got the updated schedule for my Los Angeles trip, and it turns out that a number of people that I'm supposed to work with are not able to come in until later in the week, so it ends up that I'm going to have like the first half of the week. First half of next week, I will probably just be lurking around in the other workshops and discussions around different aspects of the opera, but the part that deals with the libretto or the text, we're not really getting to it until Thursday or Friday. So, I'm not certain yet if that translates into more time for me to do my own thing, or just that I'm expected to be available. So, either one's fine. Although it'd be nice to meet up with some friends for lunch or breakfast or something like that. Okay, how many teas do we have right now? I'm going to argue we probably don't need to carry around all these. Just start simplifying. Water. Wish the wind would die down. This is super annoying.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
We'll leave some fire on here in case our torch blows out instantly. Blew out. Okay. Well. Do we need more meat? End of Maglin's Day. Yeah, I think so. I don't think we have a Maglin's chance. Nope. Okay. Wind's died down again. Let's go check out this area. Rabbit. Nothing else. See if we can see anything else out here. Don't see anyone else moving out there. Okay, things we'll have to think about. What exactly do we need to take with us on our journey? Oh, flares are useful. We have one arrow shaft left, but we're unlikely to craft any more arrows. You know what? Timberwolf country doesn't hurt to have the extra bandages. See if we can pull some more wolves. Get the last of the wolves out of here. Wherever it is. Those are all crappy torches. Okay, off we go. See, I knew there was one more wolf. Where is he? I hear you. Here we go. Yeah, come on, guys. Spooked. That one's down. It's almost a no look. Is that the same one? Nope, different one. It was like thinking, where are they all coming from? Ah! The stupid rock. Where did that rock come from? Why did we pick that up? Try to do the switch and I pull up the rock instead of the... Annoying. You're the last wolf. Come on, last wolf. There we go. Okay, that's all of them. Pretty confident that's all the wolves in the region. I remember there's a lot. And now they're all done. And I also realized we're just not going to take all that meat with us, so it's not important to harvest every single one of them. What do we got back here? Anything? Saplings. Be nice if they hit a cave back here. That would be kind of cool, but no. Nope. I'm not going to need to make any more bows. Oh, minty fresh. Pulling out one of the old redeems we haven't done for a while. Unbearable Verse and Worse, where I have to dig out some of my juvenilia, stuff I wrote in high school or first year of college, that most of which ranges between being mediocre to just downright appalling and cringeworthy. So, we'll have to dig out something that fits. Okay, let's pause here for a second. Pull out. What can we get? Super old school. Okay. Super old school. Okay, let's read something old. Let's see. It's actually not that bad. Okay, here we get into the old stuff. Let's see, how far back are we going? Okay, so yeah, let's get into the really old stuff. This is probably back. Yeah, I don't know. A little bit more on the cringe side. This is, I want to say early university. Not all the way back to high school, but pretty bad. Well, actually, if we really want to go really bad, no, I'll spare you that one. This is entitled "And One Emerges Whole," and I think goes back somewhere in my early college years. So I have this habit of putting together, before I formally started publishing in literary journals and my books were published by commercial presses or independent presses, I used to have this habit of creating every year or so, I'd make myself a chapbook, which is like a little saddle stapled, book of poems that kind of represented what I've been working on for the last little while. The type of thing that if I were doing a poetry reading or I wanted to give some poems to a friend or a group of friends if I was moving away, I'd put together a little chapbook is what they're called, and I'd give them away. Or later on, when I was in Los Angeles and reading at open mics, I would sell them for like $5, or $3 or something like that. Inflation these days, they probably go for like 10, but that's just the way things are. So, and then this was 1999. I decided I would take I think this is the end of college for me. Yeah, because I graduated in 99 because I'm really old. So I did my undergraduate and I finished in 99, and then I took all the things I'd written during late high school into university and cherry picked the ones that I had and put together like this anthology, which I called Terra Incognita, like unknown land, right? And then one of the poems in there is this poem, and it dates fairly early, and one emerges whole. My arm reaching through the sky, dark, wraith-like in the night, a raven rising on the wind to kiss the face of the autumn moon, to touch a star alone above. Perhaps your hand flies tonight, stretching out to touch that star. Between two worlds of light and dark, an elusive swan, a raven soul, two spirits join where shadows part, and one emerges whole. Um, so yeah, I think this comes from that sort of like late high school, like you're in your late teens, early 20s, and you're sad and alone, and you write poetry, and you get these little melodramatic moments that you write down, and that's kind of how I feel when I look back at this, and I think, there's a few lines that I just think, really, to kiss the face of the autumn moon is just such a melodramatic move, right, in a poem. And so there are some parts of it I just kind of laugh at now and think, oh, this is me trying too hard. Um, and there's always wolves. I always have these wolves in the, like this one doesn't have the wolf, but there's like another one. There's like my earliest collection. One of my earliest collections has like a ton of wolves showing up everywhere, and they're all very sad wolves, and they're all howling to the moon in the frozen night. It's very long dark, really. It's like long dark high school angst. Meet, and that's kind of what it is. So. Yeah, so unbearable verse and worse, you be the judge, but I generally consider most of the ones I read to be in that camp of like, I probably would never send this out at this point in my life, in my career. I would just think, nope. Would I share them with other people? Apparently I do on this stream, so. Yeah. But you never know. Like, sometimes I look back at them and I'll find like a poem that I thought was very cringy, and then I would realize, there's something that's I could redeem. In fact, even when I go through and I look at these, I do see like, oh, I remember what happened to that poem. Like the poem that's in the chapbook is not like a great poem. But I love certain lines, and I did steal them and use them when I was editing a different poem, and they kind of took on a new life later on. So that often happens. It's like you end up saying, like, okay, this is not the final form, in that sort of dramatic anime way. This is not its final form. And you realize it's actually something completely different. Or you realize, Voltron style, that you can borrow this and slam it into the large large robot of the poem, of a different poem, and it suddenly turns into exactly what you were looking for. That is the giant robot theory of poetics. There you go. Yeah. And the other thing I tell writers is, like, don't be hard on yourself for what you wrote in a moment, in the past. Because it was true for you in that moment. And it did something. It helped you with something. You articulated something about the world. You learned something about language. Even if you cringe now, just realize that if you hadn't written those poems, you wouldn't be at where you're at, because you wouldn't have learned what you feel comfortable with and what you find too much, right? So, no, it's, and some of it is just like, you need to get it out of your system. I also tell people there are things that we write that are for ourselves only, and other things we write that we do send out for publication, right? And not everything we write is meant for other people. I mean, I think there's a whole bunch of, like, let's call it a big category of breakup poetry, where you're angry and frustrated and sad, and you write this angry poem about yourself feeling lonely, or there's something else that happens, and some of those poems are really not good. They're just kind of what you needed to write, but you probably would never send them out to anyone else. And some of those things, you might stumble on a line or two or an image or two that you think, you know, actually that's really quite good. Even the rest of the poem is kind of sappy or, you know, undercooked as we are busy cooking wolf meat here. Um, yeah. Okay, let's march on back to our base. And then in the morning, we are going to make the big expedition out to the next region, well, to the second Keeper's Pass area. Stay overnight there. It will be done. I don't think we'll bother harvesting the rest of the wolves. I don't think we'll even take most of the wolf meat. Like I said, I think we'll take enough for us to get through to the next section and then plan on traveling without meat into Blackrock to minimize the chance that we pull anything. Well, otherwise we have to deal with the wolves, I guess, at the exit. Maybe we still will do them. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I don't think we're going to take a travois full of stuff. I think we're just going to take what we can afford to carry without the travois, just so that we can carry a torch with us. We are also almost out of marine flares, I think, too. I saw that we had one. Do we have more? Yeah, we have one marine flare and like 3 regular flares. So we really don't want to battle with the Timberwolves. Alright, I really hope this weather is going to cooperate. Hey Aaron, good to see you. This is our last night in this part of Keeper's Pass. We're going to move on to the next part. And then after that, we'll be able to go straight into Blackrock and see what's happening. We'll say, hey folks, we're in Blackrock. Please don't be 20 days. That's what I'll say. Please be like 2 days. That would be great. Yeah, Keeper's Pass 5 days. Psh, cake. If anything, our problem is we have too much meat. And I think we will probably not take most of it with us. We'll probably take the minimum amount. Enough to get us through a day and a night. When did I start this run? Before the update, so going for some time. But yeah, the short answer is I'm not certain. Bear is 97, 98. I don't think we're going to get a chance to use the other bear hide. So it might not be worth carrying. Okay. Okay. Do, 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 do. Let me see if I can give you a better answer as to when we started the run. Oops. So I look at the roll with it. And so we were on day 115 back on, that's 2 months ago. Ooh. February, January. And if we were already on 115, then I think we probably started the run in November. I think in November. Maybe October. So yeah, it's been going for quite some time. This is like a epic run in that respect. Okay. It's daylight. I don't hear wind. I think this is our chance. Okay. Deer hide, guts.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
How many guts do we need? That's 6, 7. I think it's plenty. Take the rabbits for repairs. We need them. 55. Can I start a fire? Short answer is yes, I can. I can start a fire.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
Oh, I forgot. We have to repair this arrow. This will be our last chance. Okay. Time for us to go. Oops. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll take 7 with us. Actually, we'll take 6 with us. We'll just drop the worst one here. So we are officially on day 289. We want to go into the next section, the keepers. Stay overnight. Okay. I'm all ready to go, but I also need to take a short bio break. So I'm going to take a bio break and I will be back. It'll be better than last time. Last time I got distracted and was chatting with my roommate. But yeah, I'll be back here when we cross the bridge, and then we will bio break. Alright, I'm going to take a short bio break. I will be back in, let's say, 4 minutes. That's my figure. Alright, we're back. Oh, got the important task of getting out of here and getting into Blackrock. Well, first step is to get to the next section of Keeper's Pass. I think we might save Blackrock for next stream. We do it tomorrow night. Because Blackrock is kind of an ordeal, right? Once we get in, we've got a couple options. One is we could go from Blackrock. I mean, we could. How can I put this? We could stay at the entrance, stay sheltered in the truck that's buried under the tree and the rocks, and if we did that, we're like 95% of times safe from any change in the wind. But it's that 5% chance when the wind perfectly aligns and blows out the fire that it really sucks. And we don't have enough fuel to do that indefinitely, so I think we could do one night there, and then we have to get out of that spot, and we have to get out without provoking the Timberwolves. I'll grab some feathers here. Why? Because we might make more fire-hardened arrows at some point. It wouldn't hurt. There's a deer over there we never got to either. Oh. Okay, now we gotta move. You know, suddenly we're getting a lot of tea. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it does take up space. Well, takes up a little bit of encumbrance. Hey, keep pushing through, pushing through. Oh, another flare. I need that. Hey, Termuse, we are moving. We go to the other section of Keeper's Pass, and then we have, in the morning, we'll head out to Blackrock. This is still Keeper's Pass. Keeper's Pass is a north and south. And so we have just entered the south portion. That's right, this one's a dead end. We can make some new torches. All our remaining torches are pretty crappy. Yeah, this is Keeper's South. We were in Keeper's North. Now we're going into Keeper's South. Plan is one night and leave first thing in the morning, so. Because total, we only had 5 days in Keeper's Pass. And we spent 4 days already. Oh, let's see what we got here. Any goodies? Looks like we got a can.
I wonder who owns this stuff.
Really hoping for more matches, but uh-oh, which way do we want to go? Anything up here? No cash. Okay. Pause here. Build a fire. Make new torches. Yeah. That's not good. Let's try to... Okay, these torches are much better. The crappy 21% torches we were using, so... Okay. Oh, so we left south, we're in north. That's right. I always get those confused. So, now the goal is to make it to the broken down cabin. We'll take shelter there. Now I have to go through this labyrinth. It's not really a labyrinth because there's only one real path. It's just snakes around all over the place. Okay, we should do some shout outs here before I forget. Shout out to Roar. And another shout out to Tormuse.
Promise not to freak out. Yeah? She's better. Don't whip out the cut arms pride. Just don't do it. Damn it!
Alright.
Shout out for Minty. And let's see. I'm trying to think if anyone else is streaming right now.
Yep. To my right by the church.
Yeah, I don't think anyone else is streaming at the moment, but we'll give you guys shout outs anyways. Oops. Oh.
Dead. You getting in the zombie gun off of me? I'm in the greenhouse. I'm in the greenhouse because I'm gonna keep an eye out for you. The second guy. I'm gonna check.
Bunny. So we don't need the bunny. Yeah, so I think we'll make it to our, whatever this place is called, abandoned, torn down, ruined, whatever it is. We'll make it there, we'll stay overnight, and then tomorrow we will make the big run into Blackrock and see what it is. Because I feel like if we try to do Blackrock at the end of the stream, something's going to happen as soon as we enter in, and then we'll get stuck in a really long stream. So. Yeah, long, windy thing where we get to the clearing. Oh, we go down low. Okay. Whew. Oh, I think we made it. Okay, we made it to where we're going to camp for the night. Okay. Get ready to head out. Whoa! Hey, Red 5, long time no see. Welcome in. We are on the tail end of our challenge. Roll with it. We're currently in Keeper's Pass north. Got one night left to stay. Then in the morning we're heading into Blackrock, but that'll be next stream. We're just going to get ourselves situated for the night and get all our resources prepared. But yeah, we'll do. We'll read a poem in a bit. We'll probably read that poem as a wrap up for the stream, because sadly we're also wrapping up soon. I just wanted to get to a place where I could put Astrid to bed. Hey, thanks for the gift sub. Roller, gift sub to Red 5. That is much appreciated. And a certain Red 5 appreciates that as well. Okay, so yeah, we're going to read something here. We are going to also... We could have taken more food with us, but we wanted to travel fairly light. Let's see if there's any other firewood we want to use. Yeah.
Come on, little fire.
Okay, so we are going to... I guess we'll read the poem, since everyone's here already, and we'll do something. What do we want to do here? Poem reader. Let's see what we get from the random poem reader. Poem chooser. We choose you. Operator. Oh, okay. This is one I don't get to read very often. We'll read this one. So Operator comes from my second book of poetry, from Babbage's Dream, published by Sundress Publications in 2017. And this is from a series of poems that take their inspiration from different programming terms. Some of these from language, some of these from learning about computer languages in general, conceptually. This one's called Operator, for a lot of different reasons, which we'll talk about. We'll do the behind the scenes, behind the poem, after the poem. So this is Operator. And since it's getting late and my eyes are tired, I think I'll put on the reading glasses too. Let's see. Operator. Someone receives the call, patches it through to the outside world, sitting in a small box behind mirrors. He signals a mechanical arm, shifts pieces in the candlelit dimness behind a labyrinth of false gears and pulleys. Elsewhere, a head nods, a hand made of wood and metal gestures. The unseen labor of the mind turns over and over until someone new steps in. Here, always a series of workers, taking their place between what we want to see and what the machine can give us. This performance, this act that transcends what we think we know about the face of the other. There is no breath here, and yet we listen to its hands spelling out answers to our questions. Even now, we take this word into our ears to mean something else. A cross, a road, a star, a slash that cuts a body into pieces, sometimes a pipe, sometimes a sign that collides two worlds and takes only what is common between them. If not reality, then the shared dream of a body not quite like our own, or a mind waking that emerges out of the symphony of steel and brass that somehow begins to sing an old familiar song. So Operator plays off of a lot of different meanings for the word operator, a lot of different historical references. Obviously the poem begins with a reference to what we classically think about the operator. Back in the olden days, when you would place an international call, you had to dial 0 to talk to the operator, and they would then patch you through to another, like they would patch you into the international network to complete the call. So that's the initial operator in the poem. But then it quickly shifts to operator as a reference to the human operator of the automaton chess player, the mechanical Turk, which was a fake robot that played chess, and the person who operated the mechanical Turk was known by those who owned and ran this particular illusion, as opposed to an automaton that toured. This particular spectacle referred to the person that operated it as the operator. So we have that. And then it's then there's also a very, very oblique slight reference to the Chinese room, which was a kind of a thought experiment around artificial intelligence as a black box. And I think that Seeley, a computer scientist named Seeley, kind of proposes this. And basically his argument is that, what happens is we deliver a coded message to the black box. Inside is a room of people who then take a message which they don't understand, and according to a set of rules internally, they then process that message and then deliver a corresponding message out. But at no point do they actually understand what they've done. There's no comprehension. There's no intelligence. It's just a manipulation of text to get another result. And so it's called the Chinese room because the idea was, like, if the message came in Chinese and the people inside did not know Chinese, they would follow a set of rules for manipulating the text and then respond. Even though the question that was being asked was something they didn't understand, they could follow a set of rules and do it. So that's the argument that artificial intelligence doesn't really exist, because of that type of manipulation. And then finally, the other type of operator happening in here, and I'm kind of proud of this, is like a series of descriptions of the mathematical and logical operators used in programming languages. So we refer to like the plus sign, the minus sign, the slash, which is used for division, and the pipe, which I believe is for that's for or, and the ampersand for and. So you get a cross, so that's the plus sign. A road, that's the minus sign. A star, that's the asterisk, which is often used for multiplication. A slash that cuts a body into pieces is the division mark. A pipe for or. And then sometimes a sign that collides two worlds and takes only what is common between them is the ampersand used for logical and. And so that's kind of operating there too. Yeah, we didn't get into brackets as well. Sometimes a smooth operator. Yes. No, we don't have. We don't have a smooth operator, and we don't have a smooth criminal in here either. But yeah, so I think one of the delights about poetry is the ways that when you set out to write something, sometimes these other ideas creep in, and then you end up with this multi-layered experience within the poem. I think like the best poetry has that sense that there are things, there's a surface level, and then there is a conscious or unconscious engagement with other things below the surface that are at tension with what the surface says. So like the surface says one thing, but beneath that there's subtext, there's tension, there's intrigue or mystery that works sometimes at cross, sometimes in tandem with whatever's happening on the surface. But like poetry that is simply didactic, simply tells you something or tries to teach you something, is not really good poetry. It's good for teaching. It's not good for necessarily becoming the type of poem that you're going to carry with you the rest of your life or turn to in moments where you want something to inspire you or to comfort you. Yeah, we usually don't turn to these really didactic, plain, lacking imagination or like subtext. There's usually, we want something more than that. Okay, so that's pleasure here. We're going to get Astrid to sleep here shortly. I think one of the things we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get some more firewood. Alright, we saw a place to get a plank. Where are we getting planks? Yeah, if you're curious more about what I do as a poet, you can check out my author website, which has information about my books and translation work that I'm doing or have done, as well as opera work that I'm doing at the moment. We should have more information about the current opera in the near future, but this coming week I'm actually going to, next week I'm gone. I'm in Los Angeles for a whole week, and we're workshopping the opera that I've been working on. I write the libretto, the text, and a composer friend of mine does all the heavy lifting with the composing. But I'm responsible for the text and for the story. And to a certain amount, we collaborate, well, not to a certain amount, we collaborate on the imagining of how it plays out. We will have more details, I think, that we can share probably after this coming week, because we are in a stage of workshopping and testing out a few ideas now that we have access to singers and orchestra, and we have like our additional support team are going to be present to help us out, and we actually get to meet them in person, which is great since we've just been corresponding for the last little while, last few years. So excited about that. I will have an update in 2 weeks. So, okay. So yeah, let's figure out what we need to do to get enough firewood to go through the night. Throw that on there. Well, actually, you know what? We want to keep the fur because we are going to probably want, almost certainly we're going to want more firewood. Why do we not have more things to break down here? It's really puzzling. Okay. We need water. Let's prepare our water. Yeah, we've also got a lot of teas to harvest or to prepare. Should do a shout out for Red 5 too.
Am I? Oh, I said hi to you, Pika, didn't I? Hi, Pika, how are ya? It's great to see ya. Welcome in, Pika. Welcome in. You know I could not forget you. There's no way. There's no possible way. There's no possible way.
No more. Yeah, we are definitely going to cliffhanger this and wait until next stream to find out how long we're going to be in Blackrock. I just anticipate something going wrong if we get to Blackrock, and then being stuck in a really long stream if we were to try to do that right now. So I think we're just going to grab what we can. But yeah, make certain we get all our cattails too. Oh no! What happened on your run? Oh. A lesson, not a loss. Yeah. No, that's a good way to look at it. I like to tell people all the time that TLD is a Buddhist game. It's all about reincarnation. You die, and then you awaken in a new life and try again, and try not to repeat the same mistakes. And keep going until you get it right. Okay, so, like I said, we've just got a little bit more to craft. Yeah, that broken railroad maintenance yard is a trap. It's totally a trap. And then there's also, yeah, the bear on the lake will get you too. Okay, so let's see, what do we got? 8 hours here. Let's just sleep for 8 hours. It's outdoors. It will... Fire will go longer than 8 hours. Let's just sleep for 8 hours. Of course.
Can't be far behind.
Of course the aurora happens, right? Spooky. Four hours. Two hours. Need all our fragments up here. Okay. We're going to put down our teas. Okay, before we do that, let's double check our time. It is 2:90. This is D-Day. This is the day we leave. And then we go to Blackrock. But we're going to save that for next
Looks like I
time.
made it through another night.
Save that for next time. Our excitement awaits tomorrow night. Oh no! No! No, 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 no. Curse you, Blackrock. And that's what we have to, that's what we're going to start with next time, is a blizzard. Yeah. Oh, that's bad luck. Okay. So, 2:90. We are ready to leave. Tomorrow night we find out how we're going to make it and what our role's going to be. But yeah, this challenge is coming to a close one way or another. We are almost there. Light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe. Yeah, right now we're fine, but we have to leave. And we have to... I mean, the good news is that we could leave through the blizzard. Stay warm. Leave through the blizzard. And as long as we can stick to the path, we can get into Blackrock without having to deal with the wolves that guard the entrance. And that would be great. But then the problem is that we will have to take shelter pretty much immediately. And yeah, I just, the Timberwolves will be out. And without visibility, you can easily get yourself, attacked. So I think we'll probably have to stay and try to make the sort of the crushed truck underneath there's rocks in a tree. If you can stay in that and keep the fire in the truck bed burning all night, then that's fine. But if the wind changes and there's like this little tiny angle that if the wind changes exactly to that angle, it blows out the fire. But the rest of the time, I'd say about 85-95% of the time you don't get the fire going out, and so you can stay a whole night there. But yeah, closest cave in Blackrock. Again, without visibility, you could run right into Timberwolves trying to find the cave. So, and without visibility, it's easy to get lost. So, yeah, not excited. I was hoping for better weather, but yeah, it is what it is. Blackrock is being Blackrock, so we'll see. We could hold off for a couple hours and see if the winds change, if the storm dies down. But if the storm goes on and on and on, then that's a problem. My bet is this: I think we travel through the storm, and we go through the exit, and then we hang by the truck and hope that the storm passes and we're able to sleep through the night. Another possibility is we could build a snow shelter. But I don't think we really need a snow shelter if we've got the truck, so we're good. Oh well. So so thanks everyone for hanging out with us. We're going to find someone to raid. And tomorrow night, come back. It is going to be the big finale, possibly. Could be the big finale for this challenge. Could be a terrible disaster. We've had that happen before, too. Okay, let's see who is up right now. Looks like we could visit... We just visited Foxy Shadow Gamer last time, but I think that's our next... Our best bet is probably to visit Foxy Shadow Gamer, who is learning the game. And it's not terrible. Entertaining to watch. So, okay, let's get this going. Okay, so get the raid started. Thank you, raiders. Thank you, friends. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us tonight. If you didn't catch if you want to read up on the challenge, feel free to read up here. There's a link to the Google Doc that explains the challenge in more detail. But basically, it's a Loper run with randomly determined amount of time in every region. We have to visit all regions. We have to exit by midnight, and we don't know how long we're going to be there until we arrive when we roll a die. And that die gets bigger over time. So, okay, so let's head over to Foxy Shadow Gamer, and we'll see you all tomorrow night for the big finale.